Hi guys, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. We're finally in there. I'm just going to cover a few things that I'm going to hopefully work towards this year. Just like generally pertaining how I'm going to organize my life and things that I'm going to put in place to make things easy and just self-development things as well. Um, like I've said, 2021 and 2022 are particularly rough years for me. I've mentioned before, but I think at a later date I'll actually go into it properly and discuss that more. But from 2021 July, it's just been one loss after another. So from July 2021 up until October 2022, it was just one loss after the other. Within a space of 10 months, I'd lost 5 close family members. But I'll touch on that. I'll talk about that later on through the journey and about how I'm dealing with grief and how I'm trying to come to terms with my new reality, because these were people that I interacted with daily. Even now, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I haven't called so and so today, and then I realize, where are you gonna call them? They're not here. So it's a journey. It's tough, but yeah. What I always say is all of them wanted me to live my best life. So for that, it's actually it's what's helped me create well, I don't know what I can call it, a life plan or just something, because I know they would have wanted me to live my best life. So anything that will help me live my best life, basically, I'm trying to put in place, trying to get rid of all the bad habits, trying to be more organized, generally. So I've got a little list here, just an overall list. Have you made any plans? Is there anything in particular that you want to change this year or you want to work towards this year? For me, I think a lot of the time, procrastination. I'm really good with it. I used to be terrible. I've improved a lot, but still, I know when there's certain things I can do, I still sometimes put them off, and so I'll do it later. But what I find helps with that is a to-do list, and just to tick the things off one by one. I find that it helps and it motivates me. But anyway, I think creating a morning routine, for the longest time now, it's just been my alarm clock will go off and then I'll hit snooze and then I'll hit snooze again and then I'll hit snooze again. And before I know it, I'm running late. I've got to get the kids ready, get them to school on time, get to work or wherever I'm going on that day. And then it just sets it just sets a really like a bad mood for the day. I don't know if it's bad, but it just, because I've noticed that when I get up really early and get things done, I'm in such a better place. And I tend to have a better day. So I'm trying to aim to wake up at 5 a.m., latest 5:30 a.m., and sort out everything I have to do before I wake my kiddie bobs up, and then get them ready for school. Like I said, it sets me up for a more positive day. I think that helps a lot. And I always tend to get most things ready the night before anyway. I've done that since like years ago when I was at school. I always get everything set up the night before. But you know, children, sometimes you get everything set up in the morning. Oh, where's your tie? Oh, I put it there, mommy. In the night, I saw I put it there and I was like, why did you touch it? Then you find yourself spinning around looking for a tie. So yeah, but on the whole, things tend to work out that way. So yeah, the morning routine, waking up, trying to. In fact, this year so far, several times I've actually woken up before my alarm has gone off, and like I said, it just sets me up for a more positive day. I prefer it. Also, to I think include a moment, like a time, even if it's just 10 minutes a day of gratitude, because there's so many problems, things that you come against, day-to-day things you have to do. Sometimes I think for me, I just have to create a little bit of time just for gratitude, things that you're grateful for every day. There's always something. We're blessed just to wake up in the morning, breathe, be talking now. That's something that we all need to be grateful for. So I've drawn that into my daily plan now, which I'm going to try to stick to. It could be in the morning or evening, whatever time, but just make sure I do it. And I think that alone will also help me be positive. Because for me, my motto is always, it's never as bad as it seems. Positive vibes only. I don't need the negativity. I think if you've got a problem, the more positive you are, the easier it is for you to get out of. Honest. Well, that's what works for me. Also, to read more. Honestly, I am part of a book club, and we were doing really well. I think we started it in the pandemic, during the and we've been reading, but we've been lacking recently. So we've all promised to do better, and so read more non-fiction books, definitely, and also read more books about financial independence. That's very important for me as well. Clearing all sorts of debts, credit cards, things like that, and being able to invest more and set myself up better for the future. That's very important. So I'm reading more about that, the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, books like that. I'm also part of, there's another lady on TikTok. She's really, really good. She does a lot of lives to talk about general self-development. Yeah, and she's brilliant. She does boot camps for children as well. It's like after school club online. Really, really good. And I've been following her lives. She does it, I think, 4 times a week. And she also gives us books to read, gives us titles, and that's helping a lot. And generally, just motivation and things like that. And I find that it's really, really helping me. So yeah, reading those type of books as well. And also the Year of Compass. I don't know if you guys know about that. I saw this on Candice Brathwaite's TikTok, and it's really good. She went through hers. Her one she filled in last year. No, she filled it in 2021, and so basically, at the end of the following year, you review everything you wrote in to see if you've been able to achieve what you were able to achieve. And it was actually interesting to watch. She was saying that there's certain things she didn't even realize that she wrote down, but she'd actually achieved them. And so she was very happy. A lot of the things she ticked off, and I think it's really good. It just makes you reflect as well, or the previous year, and things that you'd like to achieve this year as well. I've filled that in, and it covers everything from emotion to psychology to things like financial, everything, things that you'd like to achieve, things that you think you could have done better the previous year. I've filled that in. So yeah, another thing, I aim to hit at least 10,000 steps a day. Yeah, so far I've been doing that actually pretty much almost every day for the last 2 months. So I'm looking to try and at least keep that up. Yeah, at least keep that up. What else have I written? Yeah, I've said about finances, track them up, and track them more closely, and also set up a separate stream of income. I think that's very important, especially in today's climate. I'm looking into that. If you've got any ideas, comment below. Do you have any extra forms of streams of income? Are you looking into doing that? I'd love to hear from you as well. Also, decluttering. Oh my goodness. It's amazing the amount of things that we do tend to store over the years, especially when you have children. And before I used to buy a lot, honestly, unnecessarily. So I've been on Vinted getting rid of a lot of things, and it's actually really helpful. You get a little bit of cash back, and then you create more space. So that's another thing as well. And I find that the less clutter around you, you find yourself in a better mental space anyway. So those are the main things I've outlined for 2023. There's a few others, but I think the video will be it will just be too long. So those are the main things. So comment below. Do you have any things that you've planned to do better this year? Or another thing is, I forgot to be more consistent posting here as well. I'm on Instagram now as well. It's Adulting WND. So you could hit me up there as well, subscribe, and let's just follow each other in the journey. There's a lot of things I'd like to achieve this year actually, but I think as I build up the channel, I'll go through them, and then we can encourage each other, form a sisterhood, like I said, and just be positive. Life is for living, so let's just make it better, do the best we can. Adulting with Andy. Catch you later. Bye.